Flimsy Lunch Tray with you again in the Valkyrie, playing Valkyrie 2.0, back in key battles, big hunt in Polygon. In today's game and video, we are going to be featuring a slightly different setup, and that setup is to first begin with the hull, where we have taken the Spinx Reinforced Hull, so increases the maximum HP of the ship. We still have the Griffin Special Module, and we still have the Orthus Small HE Gun for the secondary armament, but we have changed the primary armament to Golem AP Gun, where it fires armor-piercing shells. And I have to say, so far, I really like this setup versus the other setup, which was the Hellhound Reinforced Hull. With this setup, we get the additional health pool, but at the cost of the ramming maybe not being as efficient with this setup. So, as you can see, we've made rather short work of those first two monsters and moving into the next gray zone to sniff out some more monsters, to get some more damage, some more battle points here. So I'm keeping the guns on my starboard side of the ship right now. And I'm going to send an invite, see if he's interested. Inside player is joined. And I do notice with the armor piercing, I'm able to do more damage to these thorn ridges from the front on than I am with the HE shells. Somewhat not as preferable as when you get the side shots, as you're able to do some more damage there. So I take out that one, and we'll be going with HP regeneration. And now to focus on this thorn ridge. So I'm going to try to get both of all my turrets, so I can quickly get away with him, do away with him, and then move on to the red zoned area on the mini-map to get a key. Now, it is interesting that you can actually disable the armaments on the thorn ridges, taking out, you get the disabled turret icon. Now, I didn't position the best here, in the sense of being able to just quickly disengage and go to the next portal area. And now that I see that the division is maxed, it's actually best for me if I let those two go to the closest red zoned area, and I will go to the one closest to me. So I'm going to spam the engine boost. I want to get turned around and going in the right direction. Which I essentially could have just turned port and would have been fine. But here we are. So for right now, I'm letting the HP regeneration buff do its work versus me spamming a heal. And then we're going to turn more directly in here. Seeing what my division mates are up to as they finish off another monster. A player who did not choose an in-game name, it appears. So yeah, so this engine boost is about to come off cooldown again, so we should be spamming it. Yeah. And that's when one of the division mates asked me where to Flimsy, and I'm just going to tell them to go to the closest red zoned area for them, because me taking out this one helps them have the opportunity to maybe get the key at the other red zoned area. So now let's see here, Thorn Ridge, that means the Lobster Eye is up to my left. Now he's already got his heal going, so it's preferred versus them taking using the shield. just gonna keep focused firing, try to angle as much as we can, but I still want all main guns on him. And that will do with him. So we now have a portal key. Now I have taken the consumable setup where you have the heal your ship, but also other ships in the area, and also shield your ship and other ships in the area, and it's okay. I personally like having the engine boost just to get across the map quicker, as I appreciate the speed from getting to point A to point B, even if it is just a 20-second burst in speed. But you can see our maneuvering here, we're bleeding speed pretty bad, being at 34 knots. And so an ally gets us some more battle points, so then we're going to go for the main battery accuracy increase out of those two options. It's interesting the different options you get, whether it be HP regeneration, main accuracy, vampirism, or you get health from doing damage to other ships. And there's a few more. So I mean, each game it seems like I get different options, or one versus the other, or even like you get dealt less damage. So I usually try to typically go for health when I can, anything that's going to help keep me in the game for longer. Now you can see we are at 12 ships left. That's something that I'm going to take note at the end of the battle. Because it helps you know what you may be dealing with when you get closer to the portal and you have a key, whether you can expect to see a lot of enemy ships, or if it's just mostly the ones around you is all that are presently there. Now, neither of my division mates, as you can see here, as we pointed out last video, neither one of them have a key. So I'm kind of focused on this Valkyrie, hoping maybe to do some damage to him to help him get a key. But this player in the Gale has the maneuverability build, the rudder shift time being like 0.8 seconds, which is my preferred setup in the Gale. So if he plays right, I don't shoot rocks, he can avoid me pretty well with his maneuverability. That's when I see these two division mates pull up. So right now I know I'm at a disadvantage and I need to consider angling away, as both my division mates are in positions with islands between them and the enemies, so they're not really going to be of much help. So right now I'm just angling in, but I am going to take a good chunk of damage here, and I'm going to have to be forced to kite away, which I should have done sooner in this situation, dealing with two Valkyries. One is firing armor piercing and the other is firing HE, so it's just not an ideal setup for me to stay here. So we're going to use the heal, and then I'm going to go to the south here. Now I did consider using the engine boost here just to get away quicker, but I like this range right now and I want to get some more damage done and hoping to get some citadels like we did there. So I'm not too concerned right now with getting out of sight super fast, because I'm going to loop around this island up here as I'm paying attention to that as I move forward. Especially with these AP guns, the max range is 11 kilometers, so you're going to want to keep that in mind when you're playing, versus the other Valkyrie player who can spam that HE even if I'm further away. The ship is on fire. At 14 kilometers, I think, is the main battery range for HE shells. I haven't fully unlocked all the setup on the Valkyrie yet, as I intend to do another video with the next hull upgrade, where I think that one improves the ship's speed, makes you faster. I'm also working on right now to get the Hercules, so I just have to do a little bit more damage and then I'll have access to the Hercules, so you can expect to see some videos on that here in the future. Now I'm going to go ahead and engage my engine boost here. I'm going to speed up and get caught up with my other division mate. Neither of them still do not have any keys, but I want to hang close to them for right now. Or I guess particularly the one in front of me. And my one division mate ends up taking out that Valkyrie.
Nice work.
So that is good. So moving up here, I'm not in range of any of the enemy ships yet, as the Valkyrie is moving in and focusing fire on that Gale. So I'm going to do my best to move in and help him out with that. Now you can see we're down to 9 ships now versus the 12 we were at a little bit ago. So now this Valkyrie player is in range, he's charging up, and it looks like we should be able to take him out with the health he has left. Yeah, so I just got a ricochet, that's all I did. And he's going to be able to grab that portal key. So now 8 ships left in the game. And I'm going to help defend my Gale player and focusing on this Valkyrie player, which seems like most of the builds we're seeing with the Valkyrie players in this match is the one that has more health pool. So the Valkyrie player did invite me to join. I declined because I am with the player that has a key and I'd rather stay in this division. And it looks like the player division mate is moving up, getting closer with us too. So we'll get a nice 9,000 hit there. So I'm going to slow down here and get him when he comes out broadside, hopefully. And you can see that the Valkyrie player is actually getting pretty low on health. So really want to do my best to help keep him alive. And that's when the Valkyrie player spams his engine boost. And I'm not going to be able to lead this shot as much as I need to with the island in the way. And as when our Valkyrie player gets a really nice solid hit in here on the Valkyrie player. Wow, that was a lot of damage.
Nice work.
So now there are only 6 ships left in the game. So it's just us 3 and 3 other players, which looks like 2 of them are off, maybe to the east on the mini map as I look. So the portal has not opened yet. So I'm just going to focus on getting as much damage now as I can get. So we're going to circle around here and hopefully get a good broadside in on this lobster eye. Unfortunately, my rear turrets graze that corner portal, which is unfortunate. So now we're up to almost 800,000 damage. And I hit the corner of the portal structure again. That's what I can see. It looks like all 3 of those remaining players off to the east are all in a division together. So I want to get away from this side of the portal and hopefully try to position myself better here. If they make a push, if some of them are not going to have keys. So we're going to work to outmaneuver this guy. It's kind of interesting when you watch them up close to see how their eyes and the ports where the slime, I'm going to call it, gets shot out. And my Valkyrie player does not have a portal key, so I'm going to help him try to get that with this Gale. charging up ahead of the rest of his mates when he should have stuck closer with his division mates, would have given him a better chance in potentially surviving here. So we're going to see if we can kill him before he gets to the portal, as I have good broadside shots on him right now. His citadel there. The Valkyrie's loading up the Grenader. It looks like... oh, the secondaries are going to do it.
Well done, Commander.
Or was it actually the Monster? Oh, the Monster actually took him out. My bad. So he's going to be able to get a portal key here. He moves in if this other girl doesn't take the key. And seeing him run up, I'm going to spam my engine boost and I'm going to get out of here, as I do not want to lose access in being able to get this portal key. Oh, and it looks like that Gale player ended up getting the portal key. It's kind of funny watching these two fun around as they enter the portal. And looks like both of them are going to exit. So, let's go to post-battle results. Alrighty, so we ended that battle rather decently compared to the previous playing the Valkyrie video, in the sense that we get 8,086 battle points. And this was actually my first game where I broke 1 million damage, so that is rather nice. We got 8 destroyed. We see that we have less set on fires because we took the AP main armament, 246 secondary hits. So, all in all, a pretty good battle, and I hope again that this just kind of shows you some things to learn of how to play Big Hunt and be successful. So, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more, and if you have already subscribed, thanks so much. So, until next time, take care.